Okay. Good morning, my student. How are you this morning?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
I'm
sir.
fine.
Good morning,
How
sir.
about you?
I'm
How
fine.
about you?
Morning, sir. I'm good.
All right. I'm glad to hear that you're good. I'm doing good too. Sebelum kelas dimulai, saya akan mengecek kehadiran terlebih dahulu. I would like to call the captain of the class, Ardika. Is everybody
Yes.
present for today's class?
Yes, sir. Everybody present. The 4 students of this class is already joined in the room.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ardika. So everybody is already here and joining my class today, and seems very ready to learn about the material today. It's very nice. Oke, siapa yang masih ingat dengan 3 peraturan atau 3 rules setiap kalian mengikuti kelas Bapak? Who remember the rules? All right, Kolbu raising his hand. So go on, Kolbu, please mention the rules.
Okay, so the rules is, thank you, sir. So the rules is always turn on the camera if there's no problem with the connection or a signal. And the second one is tiap murid harus menjawab atau bertanya akan dapat bonus poin. And the last one, terakhir, sir, itu apabila terlambat untuk join kelas akan mendapatkan tugas tambahan. That's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, perfect, Kolbu. So that is the rule of my class, students. So please follow the rule and obey the rules. Now I want all of you to look at the screen that I have shared. Wait a minute. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen, student?
Yes, sir. I can see the
Yes, sir.
screen.
All right, good. So yeah, it's holiday, liburan. Siapa yang pernah liburan? Semuanya pernah liburan kan? Kalian pernah liburan? Angkat tangan yang pernah liburan. Oke. Nampaknya
Yes,
semua
sir.
pernah liburan ya. Everyone is ready having an holiday because holiday is always fun. Sekarang Bapak ingin bertanya pada one of the student, Sigit. Let me call Sigit. Sigit, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
So Sigit, I would like to ask you, how's your holiday, Sigit?
So, my holiday was very, very fun, sir. Last month, I go to Denpasar to visit my grandmother, and after that, I go to Kuta Beach to enjoy the sunset, and it was very enjoy, and I cannot wait for the next holiday, sir. That's all. Sir.
Well, all right. Great, Sigit. Thank you for telling me about your holiday. Tapi selalu ingat ya, Sigit, ketika kamu menceritakan kejadian yang sudah berlalu atau yang sudah terjadi, itu harus selalu menggunakan simple past tense, bukan menggunakan simple present tense. Instead of using I go to Denpasar, so we need to use menggunakan I went to Denpasar. So we use simple past tense to telling the past story. But it's really great, Sigit. 1 point for you. Okay, students, Sigit already got 1 extra point. Jangan mau kalah sama Sigit. Just give your answer, no matter right or wrong. Yang penting kalian berani berbicara dan berani mencoba. Okay, after I'm asking Sigit about this holiday, who got a clue about what is the material that we are going to learn today? Who got a clue? What is the material? Who got a clue? Let me ask you. Everybody, who got a clue? Let me call Lina, all right? Lina, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. So recently we are talking about holiday. So I think this material we are going to learn about 3 contexts. Is that right?
All right, 100% right for Lina. Great, 1 point for Lina. Benar sekali. Hari ini kita akan mempelajari tentang recount text. Tapi sebelum saya menjelaskan tentang recount text, kalian akan melihat dulu learning objective atau I will sharing the learning objective atau tujuan pembelajaran kalian pada hari ini. Wait, let me share you the learning objective in the next screen of my PowerPoint. Alright, you can see in the screen, ini adalah 3 tujuan pembelajaran atau learning objective kita pada kali ini. Yang pertama, siswa mampu membandingkan fungsi sosial dari recount text. Yang kedua, siswa mampu membandingkan struktur dari recount text. Dan yang terakhir, siswa mampu membandingkan unsur kebahasaan atau language feature dari recount text. Jadi itu merupakan 3 tujuan pembelajaran kalian pada materi kali ini. Alright, talking about recount text selalu berkaitan dengan holiday atau liburan. Seperti Sigit tadi sudah menceritakan pengalaman liburannya nih. Nah, siapa lagi yang ingin menceritakan pengalaman liburannya? Let me hear you. Let me hear one more holiday experience. Who want to share a holiday experience? Hello, student. All right, Kolbu raising his hand. Okay, Kolbu, please tell me and your friend about your holiday experience.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So my holiday is last week. My family and I went to Ubud. We are having 1 week stay in the Batu Karu resort, and the view was amazing. And in the last day, we were going to Monkey Forest to give food for the monkey, and it was really fun and very fun holiday for my family. And I hope I can visit that place again. Thank you, sir. That's all for me.
All right, very good, Kolbu. 1 extra point for you. Wow, liburannya Kolbu sangat seru sekali ya, student. Dan juga Kolbu sudah menyampaikannya dengan baik dan benar. Sudah menggunakan past tense untuk menceritakan kejadian yang sudah terjadi. Very good, Kolbu. Nah, sekarang kita sudah mulai masuk ke materi. But ada yang mau berpendapatKah tentang what is recount text? Apa itu recount text?
Me, sir.
Alright.
May I try?
Alright, Sigit, go on.
Okay, thank you. So, in my opinion, a recount text is a text that telling about something that happened in the past. Is that correct, sir?
Yap, benar. Bisa juga diartikan seperti itu. Another point for Sigit, thank you. Jadi, recount text adalah sebuah teks atau bacaan yang berisi tentang cerita. Jadi, ketika kalian bercerita tentang pengalaman kalian di masa lampau, itu bisa dikategorikan sebagai recount text. Atau bisa juga menceritakan sebuah pengalaman seseorang yang kurang mengenakan maupun memalukan. Tapi biasanya recount text selalu terkait dengan holiday atau liburan. Nah, mengenai definisinya, adakah yang belum mengerti? Tampaknya semua sudah mengerti ya. Karena it's very simple and it's very clear. It's an easy one. Next, kita akan membahas tentang struktur dari recount text. Nah, apa saja sih struktur dari recount text? Seperti kalian bisa lihat di screen, there are 3 general structure of recount text. Yang pertama, orientation atau bagian pengenalan. Bagian ini merupakan bagian pengenalan yang biasanya berisi tentang informasi tentang siapa yang terjadi di cerita itu, di mana kejadian tersebut, dan kapan kejadian itu terjadi. Seperti tadi, kita bisa mendengar Kolbu sudah menyebutkan, last week, my family and I went to Ubud. Jadi ini merupakan bagian orientasi dari cerita tersebut. Selanjutnya yaitu bagian event. Nah, di bagian event ini adalah di mana kalian menceritakan apa yang terjadi pada kalian di cerita tersebut. Jadi di bagian event ini kalian bisa menceritakan dari awal sampai akhir apa yang terjadi di cerita kalian. Yang terakhir yaitu ada reorientation atau reorientasi atau pengulangan kembali. Di sini berisikan tentang rangkuman keseluruhan yang singkat dari cerita kalian. Nah, talking about general structure, apakah ada yang belum dipahami?
Sudah dimengerti, sir.
Oke,
Sudah
thank you.
mengerti.
Sudah, sir.
Good. You all are clever students, so it must be easy to understand, right? Good. Now, kita lanjut ke ciri-ciri dari recount text. Recount text memiliki 3 ciri-ciri. Yang pertama, memiliki judul yang merangkum teks. Seperti contoh, my vacation to Bali, my vacation to Mount Bromo, my holiday to Ubud, my holiday to Denpasar. Ketika teks sudah memiliki judul seperti ini, maka kalian sudah bisa menebak teks itu merupakan recount text. Yang kedua, peristiwa ini menceritakan peristiwa yang sudah terjadi. Maka recount text selalu menggunakan simple past tense. Contohnya, last month I went to Bali with my family. Itu merupakan contoh simple past tense yang digunakan untuk menceritakan kejadian pada masa lampau. Yang ketiga, semua kejadian yang diceritakan berurutan. Jadi memakai kata sambung seperti when, later, then, after, before, dan lain-lain. Nah, itu merupakan ciri-ciri dari recount text ya, student. Semoga bisa diingat dan dipahami dengan baik, karena ini penting. Sekarang mari kita membahas tentang language feature atau unsur kebahasaan dari recount text. Yang pertama, selalu memperkenalkan personal participant seperti I, my group, etc. Seperti tadi, Kolbu menceritakan my family and I went to Denpasar. So he's already menggunakan language feature dari recount text. Yang kedua, menggunakan chronological connection seperti then, first, after, seperti itu. Yang ketiga, menggunakan linking verb seperti was, were, saw, heard, karena kalian menceritakan suatu kejadian. Yang keempat, menggunakan action verb seperti look, go, change, or something. Dan yang terakhir selalu menggunakan simple past tense. Nah, sejauh ini ada pertanyaan? Saya rasa materi sudah sangat jelas ya. Any question?
No, sir. It is very easy to understand.
Alright, good.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Now, it's time for us to having a group discussion. So I already divided you into two groups that consists of into 2 students each group. So Ardika is the captain of the group 1 and Sigit is the leader of the group 2. Nah, kalian harus apa? Jadi kalian masing-masing grup sudah disediakan text recount yang masih belum beraturan. Jadi seperti tadi Bapak sudah menjelaskan tentang struktur dari recount text. Nah, di sini Bapak memberikan kalian recount text yang masih belum beraturan. Jadi reorientation masih berada di mana dan orientasinya masih ada di mana. So I want you to make this recount text to be in the right structure. Jadi urutkanlah recount text ini menjadi recount text yang benar sesuai dengan struktur yang kalian pelajari tadi. Any question?
Saya ada pertanyaan Bapak. Untuk
Yes, what is it?
diskusinya berapa lama ya waktunya?
So, good question. The time limit is 5 minutes. After that, kalian harus mempresentasikan hasil dari recount text yang sudah terurut. Happy working. I will see you 5 minutes from now.
Alright, sir.
You can
Thank
turn
you.
off your camera. All right, student, the time is up. You can turn on your camera back. So, the time is up. Waktunya sudah habis untuk berdiskusi karena cukup mudah untuk memahaminya. Have you done it?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Yes,
Our
sir, from
group
group 2.
Good. Now I would like to call the representative of the first group to present their work. Group 1, please.
Yes, sir. I'm from the group 1, and I will read our result of the discussion. So, thanks for the time. I'm Ardika from group 1. Will present our work. So, in the recon text, we have the title. We have my memorable time in Singapore. So the orientation is in the first paragraph. It is, I want to tell you about my memorable time in Singapore. It was one of the best holiday I ever had. And then the events is on the second paragraph and the third paragraph. It is the, I shall never forget the spectacular sight of the city I saw from Mount Faber that night, and the roller coaster ride and the stunts performed by the dolphins and the killer whale, the SeaWorld were also exciting. I still remember the thrill of having been on one of the longest rides in the monorail in Sentosa Island for many years to come. And then I also enjoyed various varieties of seafood of the makeshift roadside stall at the Chinatown Nights Market. And then I also enjoyed the shopping trips. My family and friends agreed that the souvenir were valued for many, especially the silk scarves with pretty prints and the attractive keychains. And the last structure is reorientation. It is on the last paragraph. It was the best holiday I have ever had. I hope I can visit there someday. Okay, that's all about our discussion, our result discussion, sir. Thank you.
Well done, Group 1. Before I giving my feedbacks, I would like to hear the work from Group 2. Group 2, please.
Okay, sir. Wait a moment.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So now I would like to present the work of Group 2. So the title of the text is On Holiday to Mount Bromo. Okay. Last week, I went to Mount Bromo. I stayed at my friend's house in Probolinggo, East Java. The house has a big garden with colorful flowers and small pool. In the morning, my friend and I saw Mount Batok. The scenery was very beautiful. We rode on horseback. It was scary, but it was fun. Then we went to get a closer look at the mountain. We took pictures of beautiful scenery there. After that, we took a rest and had lunch under a big tree. Before we got home, we went to the zoo at Wonokromo, and we went home in the afternoon. We were very tired. However, I think it was really fun to have a holiday like this, and I hope my next holiday will be more interesting. That's all from Group 2, sir.
Good job, Group 2. Oke, kedua grup telah melakukan pekerjaan yang sangat baik. Sebelum saya memberikan feedback, adakah yang ingin berkomentar atau bertanya tentang pekerjaan grup lainnya?
I want to ask a question, sir.
Yes, Lina, what is it?
Kenapa di recount teks grup 1 memiliki 2 paragraf pada bagian event, sedangkan untuk grup 2 hanya punya 1 paragraf? That's my question.
Okay, pretty good question, Lina. Thank you. You got 1 extra point. Jadi di recount text, it doesn't matter berapapun paragraf di bagian event. Jadi ketika kita menceritakan suatu kejadian atau cerita pengalaman liburan, itu kan tidak semestinya kita bercerita tentang panjang lebar ataupun sedikit. Jadi minimal is a one paragraph is a minimum for a recount text. So there are a recount text with a 3 paragraph or 4 paragraph. Ada recount text yang memiliki 5 paragraf mungkin. But it's okay to having a recount text with a 1 paragraph of event. Apakah sudah dimengerti?
Yes, sir, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome, Lina. Okay, now it's time for me to give a feedback for your work. So, kedua grup telah melakukan pekerjaan yang sangat baik. Benar semua. Let's discuss in the first text. So, Ardika and friends already arranged the recount text into the good structure. And Sigit and friend also already arranged the recount text to the good structure. So, that's all my feedback for you. Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, good to hear. Karena kalian tidak memiliki pertanyaan, maka saya yang akan bertanya pada kalian. Okay, take a look at the first text. This text. I'm sorry, this is teksnya kebalik, jadi harusnya orientation berada di atas dan reorientation berada di paling akhir. Ini belum di arrange, jadi tadi Andika sudah mengerjakan dengan grupnya. So, saya akan bertanya pada kalian, mengapa the first paragraph merupakan orientasi dari teks tersebut? Siapa yang bisa menjawab?
Can I, sir, answer it?
Alright, of course, Kolbu.
So, karena pada kalimat itu menjelaskan tentang siapa yang ada di dalam kejadian tersebut, kemana dia pergi, dan kapan dia pergi. Itu merupakan dari recount text, sir. Am I right?
Yes, Kolbu, very good. 1 point for you. So I think all of you already understand about the material. I'm sorry. So I think all of you already understand the material. Now let's practice your comprehension together. Okay. Can you see in the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. I would like to invite Sigit to read the first text. Sigit, please read the text.
Okay, sir. So, text number 1, a beautiful day at Jogja. Last week, my friends and I went to Jogja. We visited many places. First, we visited Parangtritis Beach. The sun turned brightly and the scenery was very beautiful there. We felt the wind blew across to us. We also saw a lot of people in that beach. There were many birds flew in the sky. Also, there were many sellers who sold many kinds of souvenirs. Second, we visited Gembira Loka Zoo, and we saw many kinds of animals there, such as monkeys, tigers, crocodiles, snakes, and each other. We looked around in that zoo and also took pictures of those animals. Then we felt hungry, so we went to a restaurant. As soon as we finished our lunch, we decided to go home. For me, that was a beautiful day. We really enjoyed, and I hope I could visit Jogja again. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you Sigit. So from the text number 1, siapa yang bisa menentukan struktur dari teks tersebut?
Me, sir.
Yes, please.
So the first paragraph is the orientation, and the second one is the event, and the last one is the reorientation. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Lina. Another 1 point for Lina. Perfect. Jadi semuanya pasti sudah mengerti dan sudah sangat gampang untuk memahami struktur dari recount text ini. Jadi ketika ada kata perkenalan, last week my friend and I went to Jogja, we visited many places. Itu merupakan orientasi dari teks tersebut. Yang kedua, bagian yang paling panjang selalu merupakan bagian event. Dan yang terakhir, bagian rangkuman merupakan bagian reorientation dari teks tersebut. Good, Lina. Alright, take a look at the second text. Okay. because of the duration, I would not you to read the text. I would like to ask you the question. I would like to ask Ardika. I would like to ask you tell your friend about the structure of this text, please.
All right, sir. So, in the second text, the first paragraph is the orientation, and the second and the third is event, and the fourth paragraph is the reorientation. That's all, sir.
Okay, well done. 1 point for Ardika. Wow, I'm impressed by all of you students. Very fast to learn and very quick to understand. So Ardika is right. You can understand also. The first paragraph is the orientation, and the next one is the event, and the last will be always the reorientation. Good job. Adakah pertanyaan yang belum dimengerti?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good job. Yes, student, that's all about our lesson today. Who wants to conclude about our today lesson?
Can I, sir?
Yes, Kolbu, please. There are other students, please.
Oke, jadi pada hari ini kita belajar tentang recontext, yang dimana recontext merupakan teks yang menceritakan tentang pengalaman yang terjadi di masa lampau. Terdapat 3 genetik struktur dalam recontext, yaitu orientasi atau pengenalan, kedua ada event atau isi cerita, yang terakhir yaitu ada reorientasi atau isi rangkuman. Itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Kolbu, for concluding today's meeting. So, it's already the end of our class, student. Because we started with pray, we're gonna end it with pray also. I will let you pray. Pray, start. Finish? Thank you all and see you in the next meeting. Stay healthy all.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.